Greetings and salutations. I'm the Raven. We're back to this nonsense.
Oh boy.
Last time
My cat opened the door just as we started.
Last time we left Magpie in the library. Amara's going off with Anthill to do some hunting for what's parts. Chief was having an engaged in a conversation with a certain Percy. And Yuki's baked a cake.
And Okasan's dancing in a mirror, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So maybe join Magpie in the library. You have conquered the Dewey Decimal System. It took a while.
Nobody told me the damn thing was sentient.
Friend Magpie, I didn't know I would find you in here.
Oh, howdy ho. Is this Tiny?
It's Tiny.
Well, howdy ho, Tiny. Haven't seen you in a while. Just need to do some record keeping for the bastard Smols, so I gotta go through the taste of the crazy elf, that sort of thing.
Oh, you gotta go through the trials to prove your worth to read the sacred texts.
Yeah, I just finished the Dewey Decimal System. I'm putting the books away, and I already found what I was looking for the records themselves. So what are you in here for?
Oh, I'm just returning the book. I was getting death threats from the librarian. They're such a hoot.
I think the librarian needs a vacation or something if he's that, touched in the head, if you know what I mean.
The last time we tried to get him to leave the library, they tore the door frame off.
Stronger than he looks.
Yeah. It's amazing. Is there anything that could be of help?
Well, you could keep me company. It's kind of lonely in here.
Oh, most certainly. I would like to get to meet and learn of our latest member to the guild.
Well, obviously name's Magpie, Gloomstalker Fae Hunter, as I said before. I come from Pixie Ward, family tradition of various Fae Hunters of various ranger types. My family were the Gloomstalkers. Always have been, always will be.
And noble pursuits. I'm just tiny. I come from a bit of a town. I don't recall its name, but even back when I was young, I was aiding people however I could. I rallied the people when bandits came to rob us. I rallied the people when the gnolls came screaming through the air and we sent them packing. I was there when the Wind Dragon came demanding tribute. They came for very odd tribute.
That's pretty impressive. Guess you're a little more seasoned than I am. I've only been out of the town for a year.
You do see things with this job. You see many interesting people. Take my usual colleagues of Snorri. He's such an amazing dwarf. He lives such an amazing life. A soldier and life brew in his spare time. Now he spends his time mostly cooking, sleeping, and fighting. He's still amazing.
I think Dolores showed me a bottle of the whiskey he makes.
He makes the most amazing ale. I'm not actually sure what amount of proof it is. Normally, alcohol just don't get to me. It takes a bit more to get to me, and that stuff hits me in one shot.
Well, that's pretty dang impressive.
Dolores pushes away like nothing, and sometimes in the bar we see Dr. Hugh Mann enjoying a bottle or two. Well, I say enjoying a bottle or two, he's just sitting there looking depressed, drinking from a curly straw.
I didn't even know Iflids used curly straws. I learn something new every day. Hey, I'm not much of a drinker myself. I don't really like the taste that much.
It is a desired taste, and for some some take a one drink of old Snorri's best hoots, and it's good God, my throat is burning. Make it stop.
Okay, I'm avoiding that one like the plague. Don't really like my voice burning.
I hear it makes a very good Molotov cocktail.
I'll tell Frost that one. Not really an explodey person myself. Prefer my good old arrows and maybe a sword if I really have to. Though I prefer to stay away from the fight so I can fire in. After all, a Gloomstalker is of stealth, not of muscle.
That is why the guild employs so many those like yourself, with a familiar fey and this talent with the bow, and just myself, where we can stand up front and at least try to talk these ne'er-do-wells out of doing bad before needing to hit them.
That's more Shifrost and me, I guess. We're more the talk and then maybe fight. Though, at least you didn't have to deal with a Lord of the Forest for a second in a parlay like I did on our last mission. Oh boy. That was fun.
A Lord of the Forest? You saw a Lord of the Forest? That's amazing.
Terrifying. Lord of the Forest are not something you mess with. I don't care how strong you are. They will squash you flat in 1 second, and then they'll raise up your soul and squash you flat again.
They are interesting creatures indeed.
No kidding. And poor Shifrost got kidnapped by Baba Yaga.
That must have been an interesting experience.
Traumatizing, I think is the word you're looking for there. He was screaming when he came back. He didn't stop screaming until I splashed some water on his face after my parlay.
Friend Shifrost seems to be alright now?
Oh, yeah, this was a few days ago. I'm just doing the record keeping for the bastard Smols because nobody's been doing it.
It is amazing no one bothers to chronicle the annuals of the Smols.
Well, I'm doing it now because that's what you're supposed to do as an adventurer. That's one of the first things I learned was how to journal your adventures and to make them interesting too. Because adventures make good stories.
Odd enough, when in one of Snorri's more lucid moments, he says, no evidence. Can't be tracked.
I know I wouldn't want to be tracked for your good deeds there. And you must be Snorri. Pleasure to meet you.
No, Snorri wasn't there. It's just basically going by what Snorri does. Snorri at the moment is still in the dining hall.
He's talking to a non-existent entity.
No, he's just basically quoting.
Oh. I would rather. I'm trying to prove that the bastard Smols aren't so bad like everyone says they are. I mean, they do try to do good deeds. They're just a little unconventional. Everyone looks at me like I'm crazy too. Oh well.
They're just batshit insane.
I know they were. I hear the stories, but still they get the job done.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody here's talking some sense finally.
By accident.
And this is where we switch to berries and until you've caught a quick tram down into the town's small commercial district. You find yourself at a watch shop and just making sure everyone has their moments to shine.
In the back of his head, in the back of their head, Aramnaze hears this little voice screaming about looking for a giant, and it's calling them Mansley for some reason. Get it? Because I changed my name in the Discord?
And currently, Antil is snapping at the shop owner. Look, I did you a favour last week. I fixed you all this watch, each other work. All you can do is show us one that matches this make and model, just so we can see how it works, so we know what's missing. Now, oh, come on. I will do you no favours. It'll be full charge next time you need my services. No. What?
Aramnade's... Huh?
You.
Okay, Aramnade's is, Aramnade has, like, walked away from that because they don't want to deal with that. So there's, like, sort of, like, wandering around in the shop, like, looking at the things. Like, they're... Like, I don't know if there was, like, a specific aisle for, like, clock hands. Because, like, they're just trying to be helpful in any way.
You find gears, you find cases, you find clock hands. You find automatons walking the aisles. Aisles keep an eye on you.
I almost heard that as automatones.
All I'm thinking is one of them looks like an opening book with arms and legs now. Automaton.
A book?
Automaton. Book.
An automaton book?
Automaton book.
Automatome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tomatome. The Tome of Tomes.
Oh.
Apologies if my accent is making this awkward. It's also, you see these automatons just basically keep an eye on things. You see up on the balcony a big clockwork, what appears to be a tiger, in bronze and iron, just looking around, keeping an eye on things. You recognise most of these things from your teachings from before. You find tools, you find screws. Screws in case of anything you want.
Man, I've missed going to places like this. So they get to, like, the place with the clock hands. Was it the big clock hand that was missing, or the little clock hand?
You're calling that to Anthill.
Oh, I have to ask Anthill?
Oh no, it's a case of you're asking yourself. It's make me int roll.
An intelligence roll?
Yeah, just to be clear.
Okay. I got an 8.
You're not sure.
Which hand was it again? Aramnaze is gonna, like, go back up to the counter where Anthill is to check. And I assume Anthill's still arguing with the clerk.
Look, only this one more thing. I'm not doing this and doing you another favour. Don't you give me one more thing? One more thing. They both notice you there going, they both children. Yes?
Yeah, hi. Mr. Anthill, which hand was missing again?
Oh, second hand. Oh,
cool. That's the little hand, right?
Oh, yeah. Just one moment. He pulls out tiny ink bottle and quill and piece of paper. He's the person missing that we know of.
The huh?
He basically breaks it down very technical. It's a case of only someone with your training would know what he's on about. Okay, back to where I was. One more thing. I don't like you. You don't need to like me. You just like the service I do for you, but the money I spend here. And I imagine you're getting back to the aisles and listening to them argue still.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to the aisles. I'm just gonna go again. And, like, look for a second hand. Yeah. Aramnaze does not deal well with conflict. Or commotion.
Fair.
Space toads, friggin'.
Heaven, Fox.
Haven frogs. Haven frogs, according to the episode title of that one.
It was correct. It was corrected.
I think
Haven
the H
frogs.
was still. I still think the H was lowercase.
Yes,
The DM kills the party for this.
And it's all because of Aramnaze.
If the TM was going to kill the party for anything like this, it would have been done long ago.
That is very true.
Raven, why?
Suddenly you feel the iron sift. Oh no, it's just sort of lost whatever gravity's holding in the air, and you suddenly feel it plummets into the abyss below.
The rock we're on falls. Everyone dies.
And as you fall into the abyss, you hear the voice go one more time. Where's the giant, Mansley? I don't know. Stop asking me.
So now that we know what the DM can do, what is actually going on? Because I don't think the DM wants to end the story yet.
No, we got to have more ideas to commence with.
Magpie and I just got here.
Hey, come on, yeah. Magpie just made a friend.
I just left my home for the first time in a while.
Dang it, this is why I
Magpie
don't
and
trust
Rimnase
God.
have just walked out of the guild where the entire thing disappears into a sinkhole. Everybody else, roll up new characters.
We are not killing my child.
Our mayor's just the one that gets to live.
I did nothing wrong.
Exactly.
I just showed up, and I showed up late, but like I showed up, I did things. I had a lot of delayed reactions,
Oh my.
and now I'm looking for a clock hand, which I should probably get back to before the story derails to the point where we can't save it.
And back to the game.
Yes.
Our mayor's, you're making your way back to the second-hand clock shelves when you just happen to cross by one of the other members of staff, a young hobgoblin who just busy restocking, who just sees you, gives you a nod.
Hi.
Hello, can I help you with something?
Yeah, I'm looking for a second hand for a gold pocket watch. I probably should. I'm assuming Anthill had it on him.
You've got it.
Okay. They pull out the pocket watch. Like they pause for a second because they realize they could have just looked at it in their hand instead of asking Anthill which hand they needed. Move on with their day and like show it to the guy.
Hello. Oh, this is nice. Mind if I look inside? See what you're looking for?
Yeah. They give it to him.
They pull out a tiny screwdriver and just they'll twitch here. Things pop up and appears for the gears and whatnot. And ooh, that. I take it maybe you're here with Mr. Stark?
Yeah, he's arguing with a clerk right now.
Not again. Every time he wants a deal, he tries to cut a deal so he gets money off what he spends here. Anyway, that's missing. Oh, we definitely cover all of these. Ooh. You also notice, especially noting off every bit that's missing. There's about 4 bits that are on his list, including the second-hand one, and he mentions something else that isn't. And you come to realise that it's the bit that neither you or Anthill realise is missing. You missed it. Do we watch it?
What? Sorry?
Do we watch it? And then it gives the serial number for it, which you understand. And then you come to realize, yes, that's what's missing. I got good news. Yes.
Airways was just gonna ask, what's a doobie? What's it?
Oh, it's one of the emails. Basically, he gives the serial number, which you then do understand. Got good news. We're having a sale on them. They're over here. And this hobgoblin, being ever helpful. You also notice that on his jacket, he has employee of the month stuck onto it. He showed you every item you need, along with possibilities of some polish tools if you don't have them. Some tools that maybe not considered using. Maybe a new chain for it. He basically gives you the works. He's not trying to push it to his schedule. It could be useful, but it's down to you. And I don't know if it's you or Mr. Snark who wishes to pay, but it's judging what's from missing. These are the bits you'll need to fix it.
Okay. I can probably try paying you myself. Maybe get Mr. Snark out of here faster. How much gold does Aramnaze have on them? 5 gold points.
He basically couches up and he looks around and you know, yeah. So the five will cover the base what you basically need.
Thank you very much.
You collect all the different pieces and then you head on over to the desk to go write it up. And by this stage, the owner and Antil are now each other in a headlock.
What?
Give me a deal now! Give me a deal! No, I want to.
Hey!
Yes.
I have the pieces. You don't have to do that.
Oh, I see. Then reluctantly let go of her. Just give her this looks before looking away. Well done.
Thank you.
And Hobgoblin just basically ties it all up and on the register, taking all the codes, and that is 5 gold pieces.
Yeah. I paid 5 pieces.
You hand it over and he gives you everything in the bag complete receipt that's been printed off, and you notice the dirty look that he's getting from the owner.
Okay. Okay, so as I walk out, Aramdaze is like a little nervous around Snark now, and they're just like, what was that all about?
All I wanted to see was we just get a bit excited, and you can hear from back in. See you Friday for Dom John. You and it, I'll beat you next time. We just get competitive.
I see. The guy who gave me the pieces said you're always looking for a deal.
Look, I give my trade fixing things that come in that their lot can usually can't deal themselves, and it's just fair that they throw me a bone every now and again for supplies and wear and tear, new tools and whatnot.
I guess at the end of the day, everyone's just doing their job, you know.
You can see him mooning over. It's fair.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the guild. Let's find a workshop to fix that in. There should be a spare one around somewhere. You could always use mine.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And you go look for a tram to go take you back to the guild.
All right.
Okay, we'll move on to Chief Ross. Chief Ross, what are you doing?
Well, after the whole incident with Percy, he thinks things over for a bit. And thinks, you know what, I will give people their free time. For now, I'm going to go see if I can purchase a fairly large few slabs of wood that are about as thick as Tedlin's box is tall. I'm gonna go see if I can find scraps down at the carpenters that are about the right size. And then I'm going to go get a large supply of silver paint. And have this all delivered back to my room. So during any downtime when I need something to do, I'm going to take this, cut the wood into the right pieces, and make silver boxes.
Give us...
That's step one.
Step one, give us an investigation roll.
12.
You find a one that gives you a remotely decent price for the wood. It's a bit more than you want to spend. It's basically falls under what can be covered guild expenses.
Okay. So that's going to be, the idle time when I don't have any other duties to attend to. That's going to be my idle time project. The other, I have since figured out what my cloak of invisibility actually is by this point in time, I hope.
I imagine you've more than had enough time to figure out what it does.
Okay. And I am now going to follow Anthill around at any point in time. And anytime he goes anywhere near the library, I'm going to use prestidigitation and have it sound like he just says the word monkey.
What's your alignment again?
Neutral good for the most part, but he just really doesn't like Anthill.
It's a good thing, I think, alignments are bollocks.
Yeah.
If you're doing it at the moment, you're basically seeing with mayors heading off to the other workshops. So, that's stage 2 then.
Yep.
Anything else, or do we move on to someone else?
I mean, unless you want, and eventually I will approach Magpie.
Well, she's in the library whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Eventually I will approach Magpie and say, excuse me, do you have a moment?
Pardon me, Second Tiny. My teammate Chef Ross needs me.
Thank you, Foss. Welcome.
Hey, Tiny, how are you today?
I'm brilliant.
He's a rather sweet guy.
Tiny is good person. Shame
Maybe...
he's saddled with Anthill.
Who's Anthill?
You know the person who summoned Froghemoth into guild.
Well, I can't...
That really wasn't his fault. It's more case the three of us began getting sent back to the ground. We were supposed to be back with small ones. The big thing chases us. It gets into the summoning circle. It wasn't just an honest mistake.
Oh,
Yes,
that's all.
honest mistake. Took us 2 weeks clean up.
It happens. At least you cleaned it up. So, Tiny, you are interested in doing lunch later so we can swap a few more adventures here and there while I do this chronicling?
Oh, most certainly.
Well, we'll see you then. So, what do you need, Chef Ross?
You say you're a Fey hunter. How familiar are you with all types of with potential known individuals that may have connections to Fey?
Well, I may not be the most experienced, but I can always write back to my village and find out, because it's an entire network of Fey hunters.
I do not know true nature of individuals, so it may not be Fey, but have you heard of one called Lady Ladera?
Have I heard of this woman?
You have not.
And there's a reason
Oh.
for that.
Apologies, Chef Ross. I haven't heard of her personally, but it sounds like you need a little help, and I'm more than willing to help.
Well, it may be something we'll need help with soon.
Hmm.
And I kind of give the very fast definition of what Percy explained, that woman's been missing her daughter for 11 years, and we don't know what the daughter looks like. We only know the daughter's alive. And Ladera is some type of immortal or other type of Fae that has apparently managed to survive for many, many years.
That could be a tricky, sticky situation, and I'm guessing if we don't bring the right girl back, it's our heads on the chopping block.
It's possible, yes. The job will be posted to our notice boards in due time, so we may want to get ready for this.
Roger that.
Because of the person who brought it to me, I would like to ask Oko-san, but I do not think Oko-san would provide much useful information, if you know what I mean.
You mean the fact that in order to decipher what the hell Okasan's saying, you either have to be Okasan or very good at speaking crazy?
Yes, something like that, yes.
Gotcha. Okasan's a good bird, but a little touched in the head.
Just a little, yes.
The funny thing is, Lantern the player knows exactly what Percy is, and therefore exactly what Lady Ladera is.
Well, we have no information other than Percy is some kind of slime ball. That's about all we really know.
And Magpie's never even met Percy, so she has less information to work off of.
When I say I kind of give the backstory, Percy seems to be involved in some sort of crime syndicate of some sort.
Oh, yes, of some sort.
But I don't know personally much about this person, other than Percy kinda sorta helped out because it was convenient for them not too long ago.
I'm an eldritch being, Miss Sam.
So basically, this guy can't really do the legal route to get the people he wants to help because. Gotcha. Oh boy.
Yes. We may be in over our heads, and I hope not.
I get a bad feeling we'll not be unless we get some extra help. So, maybe we could drag this anthill Snarky into this?
Do you trust him to actually do anything we need?
I haven't met the fella.
Is Aramnes in the room?
Probably not. Like, probably should have just got back.
You're probably doing the workshop thing.
Yeah, you're doing
Okay.
You're doing the workshop thing to fix the watts.
All right. Just making sure.
And on his count is, until isn't done himself, he will provide assistance if you require it. Provided you probably answer why. You've only answered why this guy's being so nice to you. Many of you probably heard rumours, of course, this guy's a slimeball git. He's just having a nice little moment fixing this watts. So back to the scene.
So, This anthill, I think he's the one Dr. Hugh mentioned. Like, he kind of sided with it harder than he sided with the team that you guys say is bad. That's actually you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I saw a file on his desk and he gave it this look like, I will murder this person in their sleep if I ever get the chance.
Well, we are not only people that Anthill has inconvenienced with many of his pratfalls and bad judgments.
Other members of the guild, local businesses, etc., etc.
Anthill is known for having quite the temper and not really having too many other people's interests at heart.
Well, hopefully we don't meet him. Oh, by the way, I finished chronicling your adventures. Yeah.
All in?
Yeah.
And now everyone will know the stupid things you do.
Oh,
Dr.
God.
Human asked me to.
All of them.
You did it with Tidy's help, and what they've done since they joined some months ago, you must have filled two of those diaries with.
2.5. I have to give an explanation on whoever one was. I mean, it's only proper so people aren't lost.
Are you sure about this?
Oh, very sure. It's proper adventuring, proper journaling. Though I think man's gonna have to let me keep 2 of them.
Has anything we've done seemed like proper adventure protocol to you?
Well, maybe not conventional proper, but still proper.
It's also a note, even though Magpie and Amaris weren't there is one adventure that isn't in the files because it's never actually officially in the books. The job that was done for Lady Kiki, where the Smols brought down the house and the noble on those nobles, that basically meant that Percy was not allowed back at that island, not possibly without facing charges.
So Magpie wouldn't have written that down because that probably would have filled out the rest of that one journal.
That was pretty much very much of the books. To the point is, there is no evidence of it other than spoken.
People try to pretend that didn't happen.
There were some nobles.
We do not speak of this because it would mean our heads.
Certain nobles no longer speak to one another. They deny they ever met you.
Well, anyway.
Would probably want revenge if they figured out it was us.
Well, either way, I got that all finished up, and I'm just bringing these to Human because I believe he's the one who wants them. That or Dolores, not really sure.
I
What?
see.
I'm the official chronicle for your team now. Human asked me to. I'm happy to oblige.
Oh boy.
Oh, relax. You're fine. Gotta admit, I love the creative problem solving you guys do. I mean, getting a beholder out of a cat rescue, that's pretty dang impressive.
It really wasn't the beholder.
You know what I mean. Was that the security guard with that? On the portal thing?
Larry? Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to come say hi.
If you do, we are on good terms with Granny Midnight. May want to, if you stop by, she would be very happy if you asked for dinner.
Ah, she's a cook too. Glad to hear. I'm guessing Granny Midnight is Lord Midnight's granny.
Yep.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, hopefully we're back on good terms with Lord Midnight. Ooh, that boy gives me a bit of a chill. I'm gonna be honest.
I did not meet much of him.
I had to literally do a parlay with him. I kind of ended up being the one on the chopping block, so to speak.
You'd be glad you were not in my shoes.
This is why Oga-san doesn't wear shoes.
Or pants.
Or pants.
That's why Yuki didn't wear pants.
I wish people could see the Discord chat we're looking at. It's a Home Alone kid, like, just flailing back and forth like a gif.
Yes. Yep.
The DM put
I
it
mean,
in
that
there.
was
so
shift
the
off for a
DM
good solid 10 minutes, so, you know.
That part's still not sure how the hell that managed to happen. So I guess like they're walking together talking about this. She drops off the journals with Human.
And I take careful note of where those journals are.
There you go, Dr. Human. 2.5 journals. If you need me to fill in the half one, just give it back to me. I still got the empty one.
It was my understanding that this is your project that you used to do. I already have enough for the files to, as we have them sanctioned.
Well, anyway, let me know if you need anything else, Doc.
He just peeling up the cover the first one to look at the front page, and noting that and those statements at the front of these are the true and factual documentation of the adventures of the bastard Smols. They're better than you think.
Probably we're like, and here we have the adventures of the bastard Smalls. You might think they're little bastards, but they get the job done in the most unconventional and fun way possible. Dr. Human's giving her this look of like, really?
Human is reaching under his desk. He's opening a drawer. The bottle of whiskey hits the desk.
Oh, come on! What?
Out comes the Curdy straw.
Magpie. Doc, do you want these to be accurate and interesting, or do you want them to be false and boring?
Are these entirely from the records?
Yep, I didn't skip a single word, a single step. Every single record is recorded. I also made sure to write down who everyone was, as well as certain stats and stuff like that, so people don't get confused when I say, oh, this is so-and-so and this is so-and-so.
He removes the Curdy straw and just starts chugging.
I didn't think her writing was that bad.
I think it's that accurate. She did. And I'll say that
the writings of H.P. Lovecraft are said to be wordy, opinionated wordings of a bastard, or something like that. And just imagine the writings of Magpie are wordy and over-detailed.
Not overly detailed, but like you can see what things look like if you read it. Like she's not a terrible writer. She writes it like a folk story, basically.
Radio. He will get to it later. Just returning the lid to the bottle and just. Thank you. I'll read these for my consideration later.
Thank you kindly.
Please continue and. Yes. Please go away.
Schiff.
Please go away.
Come on, Chef Ross. Let's get out of here before Dr. Human decides to break his no eating the brain of the adventurers rules.
Is probably a good idea, yes. Oh boy. There's going to be some interesting meetings later, I have a feeling.
If he gets mad about what you did, then I think Dr. Human needs to get his priorities straight.
I mean,
we're not.
It will be him being the one getting mad.
Do I want to know?
No, you do not.
Fair enough. So where the heck is this anthill snark? I'm a little curious about this bugger.
Yeah, he usually hangs out with Tiny and Snorri.
Well, I haven't met Sonori, but obviously I met... Why is somebody that's supposed to be a little shit hanging out with such a nice fellow like Tiny?
Because Tiny cannot discern when someone is bad.
Oh.
Tiny sees only good in people.
Well, if that little anthill snark hurts Tiny, I'll be firing him out of my bow onto the next island.
Tiny has been lucky so far. You were not here when Froghemoth showed up. Froghemoth showed up, and Tiny rode Thing until dead.
Well, now that... Oh, he told me about that, actually. That was dang
Yes.
near impressive. Apparently he was impressed I got to meet a Lord of the Forest.
Yes, they have interesting things. Ugh.
You are talking to somebody who has studied the Fae her whole life. Believe me, interesting's an understatement.
As this is going on,
Believe me, I would want to be drunk right now to completely forget about Baba Yaga, but Baba Yaga may use drink to pull me back.
I think she did that on purpose, just to troll you.
and as you're walking through the corridors, you notice Old Man Snorri's cake golem just peering around the corner, glaring at you.
Huh?
Syphilis, you have seen this thing basically launch the contents of his cake at people, usually on Snorri's command. Sometimes it's just because someone's pissed him off. Sometimes it's because I just feel like a drink. And he's just waiting.
We should probably walk faster.
Any reason the golem made of barrels is looking at us like it's gonna nuke us?
Because I have feeling Baba Yaga is behind it somehow, and I want to get distance.
Mind if I pick you up?
Actually, please do not pick up.
Okay, I have faster legs is the thing. Like, she's walking faster, but she's offering to pick up Shifrost because she can run faster, because, again, she's 5'7".
I think we both have the same speed, though.
True, it's just story point. So yeah, they're booking it. At least she is.
And while we're basically making haste down the halls, I keep looking over my shoulder to see if the golem is following.
You haven't mentioned anything about drinking, so it's not following you. Okay, with that done, it's now Yuki, Okasan. Do either of you two want to do anything more at the moment?
Okasan has headed out of the guild, and he is going to the orphanage that El Pudin Diablo supports.
Is it Okasan or putting Diablo that's going out?
It's Okasan going out.
You get there, you're greeted by the others. They go, yeah. It's Uncle Okasan.
Why, hello, children. How have things been going here?
We're just getting enough to eat.
Oh, just given enough. Clearly, El Pudin Diablo needs to have another match to raise funds for this fine establishment.
You then notice a fair few knitted scarves and homemade signs going of El Pudin Diablo being held up. And, yay! El Pudin Diablo! Kick your face in!
I've been hearing that he's been going on many adventures. and seeing strange things, but I am sure he will be back in the ring for you, all of you, soon.
There's still more cheering, and you definitely get a feeling that the good vibes are getting enough to sustain them between the just adequate diet they're getting.
Okasan is going to go to the person running the monastery, the orphanage, and greet them and hand them 10 gold pieces.
It is a who do we want?
You can make it literally anybody because I did not come up with like an extensive background for this orphanage.
It is a half-elf grandma looking type. Slightly hunched over, wearing the hat, have the glasses just perched on their nose. Oh, thank you, dearie. It makes the world of difference, and every copper piece is just another morsel in these dear children's mouths.
Okasan knows what it's like to go without food. Okasan grew up here, you know.
Yes, I remember. You would never stop running around.
Ah, yes, full of energy. I like to think that I've calmed down now, though.
Full of energy, full of beans, full of picking fights for anyone you thought was doing wrong.
Well, Lord Pudi does teach us to stand up for justice and for each other.
Yes. I've been noticing your Lord Putty has been doing the rounds, even to the point they got official church in the town.
It's about time. Okasan, doing good. Accidentally.
But he did. Pulling Diablo, he does risk himself in those violent fighting rings.
Well, El Pudin Diablo does what he loves and what Lord Pudi calls him to do. He believes that he is a fist of justice, so he fights in the ring and he fights for the children.
Have you been hearing the stories?
Oh, what sort of stories?
He didn't participate in the last one, so it's the last champion to succeed. They disappeared, along with the person who came in second place. Sadly, I've not seen them again.
Well, perhaps next time when I'm watching the fights and when El Pudin Diablo is in the ring, I will look into what has happened.
Yes, I said El Pudin Diablo will set things right again.
He does his best to, I'm sure.
I may not agree with his underground fights, but the money does go to a good cause, especially when El Pudin Diablo is the one winning.
And this is why during his downtime when El Pudin Diablo is fighting, his money does not actually increase. It all goes to this orphanage.
Now, if only they could learn to dodge when it comes to chairs being used as weapons.
Ah, chairs. The great enemy of Lord Pudi.
Admittedly, it's been a while since we've seen Stubby.
I'm sure he'll be turning up sooner or later.
Yes. He does put on a good match. You two always seem to spar the most entertainingly from what I hear. He gives a very shifty look where it says something. It's not at all. Maybe I'll put in the other scene old matron here in the crowd screaming, "Tear his head off!"
That is perhaps why I got banned from seeing tennis matches at William and Mary. But yes, please continue looking after these children and doing your good work, matron. I will see you later, and I'm sure El Pudin Diablo will come by at some point to see the children.
Please do, and if you see him, send him my best thanks.
I will do so. And at this point, Okasan starts heading back to the guild.
Okay, now we shall switch back to where Mary is. Oh god, I should have closed that. Amaris, give us a sleight of hand test, please. Oh, she's not back yet. Oh dear God. Okay, well, we're waiting for Doc to come back. Yuki, what are you doing?
Well, since right now the main thing is waiting for Amneas and the clock, at the moment she's just gonna slip into Tedlin's room while he's not around and take one of those fake boxes that Shifros has been giving him.
Oh boy.
And once she gets that done, she's gotta go look for Shifros.
Give it about 5 minutes. You get lost a few times. You feel like someone's been reinventing the layout of the guild again, or that's how it feels. And you eventually catch up with Chifros and Magpie.
Well, howdy-ho, Yuki. How you doing?
Hello!
Hello, Yuki. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Been doing lots of stuff. I made a cake earlier.
Ah, getting into baking. Good for you.
Gee.
You made a cake.
Yes. It's right now in my bag, along with paper and a box. You wouldn't happen to have the stones for transporting, do you?
They make me give those back.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go bug somebody else. See you later. And she just walks off without even explaining.
Now,
Explaining.
is she planning a birthday party or something?
Oh,
You know more than I do. What happened while I was... who knows with her?
by this stage, the help wanted posters that Percy has been gave to Moss has started to be reproduced and covered around. Yuki, you see one of these posters on the board. Give me a what do I want? Give us a wisdom roll. Straight up wisdom.
Okay. $21.
You know that name. It seems so damn familiar, but you can't place it. But you're certain you know it.
She just grabs one of the posters and just crumples it and puts it in her bag. And then just keeps walking back to look for Amneas.
It's also, as you just tear it from the board, you can't catch the sight of the caricature eyes. It's a good one of this 10-year-old kid, and those eyes, they seem so damn familiar, which is why you just scrunch up as quick as possible. So yeah, there you off.
Yep, off to find Amneas. See how the watch is going.
Yeah. You ask around, and you basically directed to Emmaus. Did you agree to go to Antill's own workshop, or did you go to the spare ones?
I agreed to go to Anthill's.
You are directed to an Antill's one.
Mhm.
Also, Emmaus, give us a. What do we want to do for this?
I rolled all the dice. What now?
You know what? Give us a straight up D20.
All right, straight up D20. Nat 20. I'm doing great today.
Ooh.
You don't even need Snark's assistance. It just comes so naturally as so delicately you put each piece back in place. To the point is, you think you've done this before, even if you haven't. To the point of you're putting everything back in place. You even wanted it to the time because how Antill's been the type of person like so many engineers are, where it's they need to have the time set up just right. And Antill is just watching, and he is impressed.
And bingo. I got it.
That is,
Should be fine now.
That is nice. That's very nice. That's a nice technique. I've only seen such with the experts, with the trainers.
Yeah, I'm good with tinkering. I've said before.
I'm most impressed.
Thanks.
If by some chance I'll have some big work projects down the line, and if you're not busy, if you wouldn't mind helping out.
I think I'd like that.
It gives you a smile. It's a smile that pretty much no one else has seen before. It's actually a nice smile. It's not a snarky smile. It's a smile that makes you think he's about to rip you off. It gives you a smile. It gives you a thumbs up. Delightful to hear. So you probably better be off. Yuki's not known for being the most patient of people. She'll be around somewhere, if not bugged someone. For all we know, she's probably outside that door right now.
Yeah, probably. Thank you very much, Mr. Stark.
It has been a pleasure to watch you at work.
All right, so Aramnaze makes their way out to find Yuki.
Who's literally outside the door. It's like, hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Opens the door and there she is.
That's Aunt Hill was right. Well, hi. Hi.
Hello.
I fixed the pocket watch. They hand it to her.
At this point, Yuki she can see her paws are shaking as soon as she feels that it's ticking. Her eyes start to water, and she just immediately just scoops Aramnace in a big hug. Thank you, 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 thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please. Room getting dark.
Dark. You don't know how much this means to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll find a way to repay this, I promise. And she just kind of runs off.
Aramnaze follows her out slowly, they've done a good deed today. They feel good about themselves. So where are we going now?
At this point, Yuki is gonna go looking after she goes off to calm down a little bit. She goes off to find Groot really quick.
Oh,
You find Groot. He's still where he was. He's basically rooted in the gardens, and you notice it. The day's gotten on. It's starting to darken down, and you notice pretty much the other trees in the garden. They've been awakened. Looks like they're dancing in the wind. Wind
Aww.
singing some kind of tune that's that could be Sylvan, but you don't know.
Yuki kind of stands off to the side, just watching the scene with a smile. It's like, you know what? I think I'll go with this one alone. And then she goes to look for whoever she can get the teleportation to.
You find Scotty on break.
Hi, Scotty.
Ah, Yuki! What can I do for you?
I kind of like to go somewhere.
Oh, where do you wish to go?
This is a bit of an unusual circumstance. I don't suppose, you know this place? And she shows him, a picture of this wooded area with what looks like a mansion in the background.
He gives it a look. He even takes out an eyeglass and thinks, I think teleport room number S9 will take you at least to the town one, about a mile over from it.
Okay, thank you very much.
And you follow the lines. You find your way to S9.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making you roll for this one.
Okay.
And inside, you're greeted by Teddy.
Hello.
Teddy being Scotty's twice removed brother. It's a case of all the teleporter circle operators are dwarves, the same extended family. Hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you today?
I'm going somewhere.
Oh. Well, we go to this town up here. Town not known yet. Name not known yet. So it's yeah. So business or pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
He hands you the message in stone.
Uh-huh.
You just give it a squeeze and tell me when you would come back.
Sure thing.
So stand in the circle, please. Please keep your extremities and hands within the circle.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2, away we go! He pulls the switch and whoosh! Your way. Wait, and you land in the town of Undanget. And
Yuki automatically looks around, smiles, and just starts off on her journey.
We're running over, but I want to see how this ends.
Yeah, you will.
Get us ended.
Do you want me to continue, or?
Please do.
Okie doke. So, Yuki runs all the way, on all fours. She gets to this big foresty area. There's what remains of the beginning of the mansion she showed in that picture earlier. But it has been since broken down, burned. The forest has kind of been covering it over. There's flowers and various other things, vegetation coming up. as she continues further, she looks somberly at the mansion, bows her head a little. At this point, she is back on 2 feet. A bit more, she walks further up. There's an old tree that somehow has been untouched by time. Right next to it, there's a little marker. It only has like the big letter L in front of it. At that point, she just sits down in front of it. Out from her bag, she pulls the cake. She pulls the box that had been wrapped up in the paper she got from Oko-san. She places both right next to it. It's been 11 years, Papa, but I finally got it done. And she opens the box. I fixed your favorite watch. Happy birthday, Papa. And then she pulls out her lute, and she starts to sing. Leaves from the vine, falling so slow, like fragile, tiny shells, drifting in the foam. Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy comes marching home. End scene.
And
Why did you have to pull out the Avatar song?
Because it works.
yes.
You know, honestly, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say something that was gonna spoil something later on.
Anyone have anything to say before we draw this to a close?
And
no,
with that,
was perfect.
yeah, there
sorry.
ain't nothing left to say except see you next time, folks.
Say no, we can end on that. That's good.
Yes.
That is a good point.
Yes, this is perfect.
You don't top the Avatar morning song.
Leaves from the vine.
So
You can't go ever. Now that's more bastard small ending right there.
There we go. There we go. We fixed it. Everything's back to how it should be.
I have been your DM, the Raven. That has been Sirot, Ladymage, Dark Princess, JK Lantern, and StarprincessHLC for good. How dare you? Until next.
We're the bastard Smols. We do it all.
Until next time, be good, be well, and God.
And if you see the Lord of the Forest, run.
Bye.